What's good, everybody? Is when I'm coming back at you another video. So this video is going to be all about progress, and I'm here to explain to you guys why progress is personal. Now, people have a tendency, and sometimes even an obsession, of comparing themselves to other people, and it can be a variety of reasons, right? Some people are competitive, or other people just want to see if they're heading in the right direction or if they're moving fast enough, right? Or just social media in general, because we're living in a digital age, right, where you can look online and find anyone pretty much in the world, right? Because most people have social media, right? So I'm here to tell you that progress is personal, because there's a saying, right, that comparison is thief of joy, and that is the truth. Because if you are constantly comparing yourself with other people, how can you then appreciate your journey? People compare themselves with other people because they can see other people have a blessing or won a prize, and they think that that person has taken their blessing or their prize. Life is not that way, right? If that person is winning in life, then those are the blessings that were meant to unfold for them. You have your own blessings that are already lined up and queued up for you, right? And when you're working towards your goals and your dreams, they are going to move at the pace that it is meant to for you. It is not, you're not supposed to be looking at your progress and then seeing how it compares with other people. And then if it's not on par with other people, then you're going to begin to feel as though you're losing or that you're a failure, when it's never been the case, right? There's been a saying, this was many decades ago in the suburbs here in the United States, right? There's a saying, keeping up with the Joneses. And what that means is, like, back then in the suburbs, right, the middle class families, they would all live in the same neighborhood, right? Each of the families would have their own homes. But then the moment that one family in the neighborhood gets a new car, the brand new car that released that year, everyone in the neighborhood needs to get that new car as well to match that neighbor, right? To keep up with the Joneses, right? So then after that, that one neighbor gets the boat, right? They buy a boat because they want to take their family on vacation in the water and enjoy the water, right? So one of the homes in the neighborhood gets a boat, and that neighbor begins telling all their neighbors, look at the new boat I got. Then everyone else in the neighborhood begins to buy boats because they want to keep up with everyone else. They want to keep up with the Joneses, right? That's the saying. So then now everyone in the neighborhood has a boat. And if you live in that neighborhood, you might feel pressure, peer pressure, to buy the boat, because you may want everyone to believe that you make as much of an income as everyone else there, right? You don't want everyone to believe that you earn less money, right? Even though you may not want a boat, or you may never feel the need to ever have a boat, you still feel peer pressure and inclined to buy a boat. It's the same idea there, right? Comparison is the thief of joy. If you're constantly trying to measure yourself with what everyone else is doing, you are guaranteeing yourself that you're going to be disappointed. Because one thing they need to remember is this: because you are one of 8 billion people on the planet, there is always going to be someone out there that has either something more than you or has something that's better than yours, right? There's always going to be someone on this planet that drives a nicer car than you. There's always going to be someone on the planet that has a bigger and nicer home than yours. There's always going to be someone on the planet that has more financial wealth than you, right? There's always going to be someone on the planet that probably has a nicer looking body than yours, right? So knowing that there's always going to be someone out there that has something better than you, why would you fall into the trap of comparing yourself, right? Because you're going to find someone that's going to have whatever it is better than you, right? Your goal right now could be you can have fitness goals, right? To lose 5 pounds, right? 5 pounds, and you can hit that milestone, and then you can feel good about yourself. But then you look online and there's someone that has a perfect body with the 6-pack abs, and then you begin feeling horrible because you tell yourself, why can't I be like this person? Not knowing or accepting or realizing the fact that this person over here, fitness is their occupation. It is their career path. That is what they do for their job, right? Like, they're a fitness influencer. And so sun up to sundown. That's all they're thinking about. That's all they're doing, fitness. They're eating healthy. They're doing all this. Meanwhile, you probably have fitness as just a hobby, right? Because you're trying to just shed a few extra pounds. And yet you might feel disappointed because your body doesn't look like this person that has a perfect body, when that is literally their career path and their purpose in life. And you're just trying to shed off a few pounds, right? Comparing yourself in a case like that would take away your joy, right? If we use another example, let's just say we were all say 100 people were to run a marathon. When you're running the marathon, you train for a marathon, right? You're training to pace yourself, right? Because no one full sprints a marathon, right? Marathon's 26 miles. You're not going to run a full sprint all 26 miles to make it to the end, right? And also, for most people who run a marathon, they are not necessarily concerned with trying to get first place. Like, of course, if you're in a race, right, ideally you want to get first place, but you understand that running a marathon is a long term, it's a long run, right? So you're more concerned about finishing the marathon than you are about getting first place, because the majority of people who start running the marathon aren't going to make it to the end. So even if they're human beings that, made the Guinness World Record for running a marathon in 2 hours, right? Even if there's a human being in the race that finished the marathon in 2 hours, even if it takes you 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours to finish the marathon, that is still something to be proud about, because that is still a major accomplishment that most people will never be able to say that they've done. It doesn't matter if it takes you longer. What matters is that you got it done. And your progress that you make is for you. Progress is personal because it's for you. It is for you to appreciate the journey. If you ever want to compare yourself, right? If you ever want to make any sort of comparison with the progress that you're making right now, compare it to where you were when you first began. Look at how you were at the very beginning when you were a beginner or a newbie at something, and look at the difference and the growth that you've made from the beginning on to where it is that you're at now. That is if you ever want to make a comparison, that is the only comparison that you should be making, right? Because at the end of the day, you want to continue heading in the right direction, making progress, right? Your progress is not for anyone else, because your progress is for you. It is for your own growth. It is for your own happiness. And you need to begin appreciating and falling in love with your life and what's going on in your life, right? Worry less about what's going on in the lives of other people. And if you see other people winning, be happy and celebrate for them, and also celebrate their wins as your own, right? Celebrate that other people are winning and that your wins are on the way, that your blessings are on the way. Guys, there's no one out there who's taken your blessings. There's no one out there who's won your grand prize, right? Your dream that you've always wanted, no one has taken it from you. No one will ever take it from you. It's already queued up waiting for you, has your name on it, it's gift wrapped, it's already under the Christmas tree waiting for you. So there's no reason to be always looking to the left and to the right of you, trying to figure out, how everyone else is doing, right? If you're running a marathon, you're not looking at the other contestants because you don't care about them, right? You pretty much have like your blinders on and you're heading straight. You're just running straight to finish the marathon. You're not looking at where everyone else is, and you're not thinking about your position in the marathon, because you understand that the marathon is for the long haul, right? That you're running, and it's a distance that majority of people won't ever even finish. So as long as you keep heading in the right direction, you will arrive at your destination. You'll get there when you get there. And when you do get there, you can appreciate it because the journey was tailored for you and it was perfect for you, right? There's no reason to minimize your own progress or feel bad about what it is that you're doing or the speed that you're heading, because you think you should be going at this speed because that's, the speed someone else went. Who cares? It doesn't matter, right? Your journey is meant for you. Your progress is for you. And if it takes you a little longer than it is someone else, then that's okay, because your journey was perfect for you. You went at the pace that was ideal for you. And that is something that you should be proud about. That's something that you should be happy about. If you want to help minimize comparing yourself with other people, take a break from social media, right? Because once again, you can always find someone that is doing something better than you, right? You can always find someone that lives in a bigger house than yours. You can always find someone that's going to be, you know, financially richer than you. You're always going to find someone who probably has a better body or is better looking than you, right? There's always going to be someone, because 8 billion people on the planet, right? It is virtually impossible for you to be the best at every area of your life, better than every other human being, right? There's always going to be someone better than you at something. So when you understand that, you worry less about comparing yourself, because you understand that that's inevitable for you to find someone that's doing better than you at something. But that shouldn't discourage you from living life, right? Because your life is your life to live and to enjoy. So appreciate the progress that you make, and stop settling for comparing yourself to other people, because you deserve better. You deserve to treat yourself better, and you deserve to appreciate the progress that you're making at the time that you're making it, right? Because everything, I'm telling you guys, divine timing is a real thing, and everything is happening perfectly at the right time. So don't question it. Just move at the pace that you're moving, and worry less about what everyone else is doing. Your time is your time, and their time is their time. So there's you guys are two complete different people and entities. So there's no reason to ever even consider that, right? Progress is personal, because it is your own personal journey and your own personal growth. And if you ever want to compare yourself, only comparison that you should ever consider making is where you're at now from where you started, because then you can see the growth that you made, the progress that you made, and that is something that you can appreciate, because that means that you're heading in the right direction. So if you've been heading in the right direction, all you need to do is continue heading in that right direction, and you'll eventually get to where it is that you arrive at, and you will fall in love with the journey itself and appreciate your journey for what it is on the way to the destination, rather than trying to, you know, tailor your experience to how someone else had their experience to be, right? Their experience, there's no correct way to navigate life. There's no correct way to do things, right? Things flow and move at the pace, at a different pace for each and every person. So just appreciate your journey for what it is, and just remember, the progress that you make is personal to you. So that wraps up the video. Enjoy the video. Do leave a like and subscribe, as we are on the road to a million subscriber, guys. So once again, it's Joel, and I'm out. I'll see you guys for the next video.